In this video, I'm going to show you how to write your first body paragraph if your topic is that the children or the boys are causing more trouble. Throughout the video, I'm going to show you the steps of writing a paragraph, and you are free to use this exact paragraph as your rough draft or as your first paragraph in your body of your essay. So a body paragraph is going to have a reason that's different from your claim. It's more specific than your claim. So if my claim is that the boys cause more trouble, my reason needs to be a specific way that the boys are causing trouble. I'm also going to transition into evidence using summary or context to explain the story to a reader. I'm going to pause this here. Include evidence, and then I'm going to argue why my evidence makes sense, and then I will end with a conclusion statement, kind of restating my claim, my reason. So starting with my reason, I'm going to focus how in most of the stories that Dahl tells, the boys are kind of asking for trouble. So anytime they're in trouble with the adults or the adults are doing something inappropriate, the boys kind of started it. So my first sentence is, in most of Dahl's stories, the boys are asking for trouble. You can go ahead and write this down in your journal as your topic sentence. Next, I'm going to put my evidence up here. So I'm going to skip a couple lines, come back to the summary after my evidence. You're free to wait to write the evidence until I've added the summary, and you can pause the video then too. So my evidence needs to be about how the boys are asking for trouble, or like how they're doing something that starts it. So I'm picking the line, all of a sudden, I was a murderer. Now you'll see that there's not a lot of context in here. Why is he a murderer? We know, because we read the story, that he didn't actually kill anyone. In this moment, where I cited the evidence from Mr. Coombs, page 45, he just worries that he killed someone. So if someone is reading my essay and they haven't read the story, I need to give them some more information that shows I know what I'm talking about and that helps the argument make sense for them. So my summary needs to explain why Dahl thinks he is a murderer. It's going to answer who did he kill? Why does he think he killed someone? What did he do to end up where he's at right now? So that's going to be from when he plans the prank and when his friends kind of pressure him to do the prank, and why he thinks that someone has died. So the boys played a prank to scare the candy lady. That is a first piece of summary that is going to get me closer to why he thinks he's a murderer. I'm going to use another sentence to bring it even further. So the boys played a prank to scare the candy lady. That's them causing trouble. I'm going to add to that they think the prank they did caused a heart attack. So they think it gave her a heart attack. Okay, so now I've shown that the boys caused a prank. The result of their prank is that they think the candy lady died, and so they've caused trouble. They have killed a woman, or Dahl killed a woman. That's what they think, even though it's not true, and we find out it's not. This is the results of their own actions. Now, take a moment to write everything so far in your journal. So you're going to have, in most of Dahl's stories, the boys asked for trouble. The boys played a prank to scare the candy lady. They think it gave her a heart attack. Evidence. All of a sudden, I was a murderer. This is the start of my paragraph, but I can't end with evidence. So once you are done writing it down, go ahead and unpause the video. So an argument needs to use the evidence and prove why I think my reason is the correct one. So I need to argue, I need to defend how the boys are asking for trouble. So I'm going to do that by explaining that the boys had the choice here. That Dahl chose to do this prank, that no one really forced him to do it. Even if he gave into peer pressure, no one really forced him to do it. So Dahl chose to give into peer pressure. So Dahl chose to give into peer pressure, even though she did not die. His feelings are his and his friend's fault. They caused this problem for themselves. Their guilt is no one's fault but their own because they did this, because Dahl did this. So that's my argument, is that he caused his own problems here. Now, there's a very strong argument that the adults are being inappropriate in our story. So I'm going to address that in my claim as well at the end here. Let's see how I do that. I have to zoom out so you can see it. So the boys get spanked, which is bad by today's standards. It was normal back then. So I'm not going to go on and add more to this paragraph, but we know that when Dahl goes to a new school, the punishments are very similar. There is still spanking happening. There's still physical abuse happening. And so 100 years ago, when the story was written, Dahl kind of could have expected that those consequences were going to be the punishment that he and his friends received, no matter what their prank was, no matter what school he was at. So my argument here is that the boys are causing trouble, that the boys are getting their punishment by their own actions. So go ahead and you can copy the whole paragraph down.